Let's go through in a few steps how we can quickly improve the design of this form screen. First off, let's look at the use of color, as currently there's a lot of color getting used all over the place. Let's take out that strong blue and make these inputs just your standard white with a gray outline. And let's also change that light blue to more of a gray so it's a bit more accessible. Now up the top, the create your account, the secondary description text, and the progress indicator all look way too strong. So let's see how we can reduce that. We'll knock back the other states of the progress indicator to a gray, and we'll reduce the description from that plain black to a secondary gray. We'll also change the color at the top of the arrow and the close icon from the primary blue to a secondary gray as well. The last thing, let's make that button down the bottom as it was looking more like a disabled state. Let's make that the primary blue as well. The next thing let's look at is the hierarchy. So currently everything feels a little bit strong. We want to reduce some of the elements so other things stand out a little bit more. Let's change that progress indicator as it feels very large. Let's reduce that and make that a bit smaller. Let's add a little bit more space to everything so there's a bit more breathing room. And let's reduce the text and also the weight of the description text so the hierarchy feels a bit easier to read as you look down. Now it's feeling a bit squished, so let's space out the input fields a little bit more. Now that we've worked on the hierarchy, the last thing we want to do is let's see if we can make these input fields a little bit easier to use. So let's add labels to them so it's a bit easier for the user to see. And then also, now that we have labels on top of them, we can change the placeholder text from the generic first name, last name to something a bit more expected, as in you could put a name in there, and then in the email address, you could put an expected email or an expected phone number so the user knows what kind of information should go into it instead of just seeing phone number, email address. And now the last thing, to make it feel a little bit more branded, let's see if we can bring that blue in a little bit more. So somewhere we can bring it in to add a bit of a branded element is up the top here. And also, as this is a sheet currently that's open on the phone, we can curve the top of it so you can actually tell that we currently have this sheet slid up. And with those few steps, we've quickly improved this design.